Marshall Hilltoppers are the dark horse to win the Section 7 AA title this year. Standing in their way, the perennial powerhouse Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Chippy, an understatement in tonight's contest. We start tied at 2 in the second. Jamison Duell just lightly puts it on net. Ander Rajala is the garbage man to clean up that trash in front. The Thunderhawks take a 3-2 lead. Then on the power play, it's Duell who lets a rocket go, getting his daily dose of iron. The senior makes it a 4-2 game now. The Toppers trying to claw back. Leighton Anderson shoots one right off the post, and goalie Luke Sherlock plays dead with that puck right under him for the save. Then it's the captain, Alex Salisbury. That point shot just barely squeaks over the line. They don't ask how, they ask how many. The teams trade scores in the third, but it's Grand Rapids who grabs the big section win over Duluth Marshall tonight, 6-4. And elsewhere on the scoreboard, the CEC Lumberjacks needed just one goal for their victory over the superior Spartans. The Blue Jackets double up the Wolverines, 6-3 tonight, and the Duluth East Greyhounds fall in a close one, 4-3 to Totino Grace. And now a matchup we will never see on the varsity level, but the UWS Yellow Jackets and UMD Bulldogs men's club hockey teams hit the ice tonight at Westman Arena. This one just for fun, but hey, these athletes also deserve a shout out as well.